Hey everybody, this is Rizon, a React developer with 5 years of experience, and today I want to share with you how I do navigation at increaser.org so that you may find some interesting parts that you can bring to your own project. Let's jump in. Here we have a sidebar with links to internal pages and external resources. If we turn it into a mobile screen, we would have a top bar, and on the click on this burger, you'll see the same sidebar. It also has a swipe support, so if we do that, you will also see sidebar. In the layout component, we determine if we should hide navigation or not. And if we want to show navigation, we wrap our routes component with the navigation component. I talked about routing in the previous video. In the navigation component, we first check for screen size. And if it's a small screen, we go with a top bar. So here we have a vertical stack. I talked about stacks in one of the previous videos. And inside of that stack, we have a top bar and then children wrapped with this container. So if you look at the container, there is nothing sophisticated. It has max height 100%. So the scroll appears only on the side of content, but not on the sidebar. And we also show overflow outer and take full size of the screen. And if we are not on the small screen, we want to show sidebar. So here we have a component that uses hstack, but sets max height to 100%. In a similar situation, we have a sidebar and wrapper for the children, and here we have the same CSS but with slightly different padding. Now let's go to the sidebar component. So here we have a container with set min width. It takes full height, sets a background, padding, and also overflow outer. And then we could see that inside of it, we also have vertical stack, and it consists of the main content and also account, link to the account page at the bottom. You can see here that it takes full height, the main content, and then account at the bottom. Now let's go back. In the main part, we also use vertical stack. At the top, we have install prompt, and I'll talk about it in the next video. And below we have sections. So section is this block with the name, and then we have links inside of it. So if you go and check the section, there's nothing special. It's simply a container, and that's it, and text. Then we use navigation to internal page. So if you go there, we could see that it wraps a navigation item with internal link. I talked about internal and external links in previous videos. Navigation item receives an icon, name, is active or not, and decoration. So decoration used only on the statistic page. It is this red dot to show that you have something new inside. We can see it here. And when the navigation item is active, it would have this blue color. Let's go back, and inside we have a wrapper for icon, and we also show the name of the page. Okay, now we can go back to the sidebar, and in some situation we also have external links, and then we use the same navigation item component. And in order to receive icon and name, we have this navigation path info. It is an object that contains a name and icon as a rendered component. I still use font awesome icon, but I would most likely move to regular icon React components. And that's pretty much it about sidebar. So what about Topbar? Here we have this container that has sidebar opener, and on the center we have the name of the page with icon and the name. And when the sidebar is open, we show a cover and sidebar. So cover is styled screen cover, and I talked about screen cover in the video about models. There's a bunch of unknown stuff, but all of these components are covered in the previous video, so if you're interested about some specific areas, you can get more information there. And if we look and check sidebar opener, it would have a bunch of event listeners, but the main point is here. So on the touch start, we register client X only if it's close on the left side. So if a user starts touching on the center, we don't register that. And then on mouse move, or touch move rather, we check if there is an active touch, and then we'll take new client X and check if it's bigger than initial one. If it is, we determine that there was a swipe and we show sidebar. And on touch end and touch cancel, we call cancel touch tracking, that basically sets our ref to null. And the last one is this burger component. It's basically just a regular React component with a bunch of divs, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all. Stay productive.